It gets longer every year. It gets longer every year. Should they be archaeologists? Should they be archaeologists? Do we behave? Do we behave? Warm up. Warm up. How do I do? How do I do? 5 p.m. They didn't bother. 5 p.m. They didn't bother. I will also attend the meeting. I will also attend the meeting. The earth revolves around the sun. The earth revolves around the sun. I'm going to the store. I'm going to the store. Do you want to talk to me now? Do you want to talk to me now? The house is beyond the limits of possibility. The house is beyond the limits of possibility. Does the store have a fresh seafood counter? Does the store have a fresh seafood counter? I don't know what you are saying. I don't know what you are saying. This movie is very interesting and exciting. This movie is very interesting and exciting. Then I can't. Then I can't. My friends were laughing at a funny joke. My friends were laughing at a funny joke. I will have completed my training program by the end of this week. I will have completed my training program by the end of this week. Can they become a secretary right away? Can they become a secretary right away? She will have finished writing her novel next week. She will have finished writing her novel next week. He said I am not feeling well. He said I am not feeling well. You remember our conversation. You remember our conversation. Is he an illustrator soon? Is he an illustrator soon? I will teach you English with Mr. Tandy. I will teach you English with Mr. Tandy. You will graduate from university in a few months. You will graduate from university in a few months. He is a talented photographer and takes beautiful pictures. He is a talented photographer and takes beautiful pictures. Can I use my smartphone for payment? Can I use my smartphone for payment? Is there a toy aisle in this store? Is there a toy aisle in this store? Broken. Broken. She has been doing yoga for years. She has been doing yoga for years. Her stepdaughter was a waitress. Her stepdaughter was a waitress. What is your favorite type of weather? What is your favorite type of weather? If you don't wear a coat, you'll catch a cold. If you don't wear a coat, you'll catch a cold. They told us, we have decided to move. They told us, we have decided to move. Property. Property. Come with me. Come with me. Can you change my sheet? Can you change my sheet? I have been working at school for 6 hours. I have been working at school for 6 hours. Can I find international food in this store? Can I find international food in this store? I prefer winter to summer. I prefer winter to summer. I think we should delegate this task to someone else. I think we should delegate this task to someone else. Who helps us? Who helps us? We are rising. We are rising. Do you know any good songs by this artist? Do you know any good songs by this artist? I wish I had seen the famous landmark while I was there. I wish I had seen the famous landmark while I was there. By this time tomorrow you will be doing your homework. By this time tomorrow you will be doing your homework. Let me take a picture of you in front of the monument. Let me take a picture of you in front of the monument. Is our stepbrother the interviewer? Is our stepbrother the interviewer? I listen to all the topics because I want to understand them all. I listen to all the topics because I want to understand them all. She needs to apologize to her friend for hurting her feelings. She needs to apologize to her friend for hurting her feelings. I'll be watching TV at 9. I'll be watching TV at 9. Mechanics will fix cars all day. Mechanics will fix cars all day. I'm meeting John at the library at 6 o'clock. I'm meeting John at the library at 6 o'clock. I am the owner of this property. I am the owner of this property. Football is the most popular sport in the world. Football is the most popular sport in the world. I never understood this subject. I never understood this subject. Wouldn't I be a homeowner every day? Wouldn't I be a homeowner every day? Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. We did not create. We did not create. My friend plays the guitar very well. My friend plays the guitar very well. Can predict 10 years. Can predict 10 years. Can they get points after 3 evenings? Can they get points after 3 evenings? The glass is on the table. The glass is on the table. Was her husband a philosopher? Was her husband a philosopher? You shouldn't look back. You shouldn't look back. I'm so angry I might bump into something. I'm so angry I might bump into something. We have to think. We have to think. All necessary precautions should be taken to ensure safety. All necessary precautions should be taken to ensure safety. I've never been before. I've never been before. Taken on a weekly basis. Taken on a weekly basis. We weren't close for 5 weekends before. We weren't close for 5 weekends before. Seems like. Seems like. Couldn't he touch it? Couldn't he touch it? What the hell are you doing under the table? What the hell are you doing under the table? Were you learning French before you decided to move to Paris? Were you learning French before you decided to move to Paris? How much will it take? How much will it take? Applicant. Applicant. I always brush my teeth before going to bed. I always brush my teeth before going to bed. Does not promise. Does not promise. He couldn't jump. He couldn't jump. I'm going to start a new business, he said to his friend. I'm going to start a new business, he said to his friend. She had her dress changed by a tailor. She had her dress changed by a tailor. Had met. Had met. The equipment was very busy and it was very difficult to escape. The equipment was very busy and it was very difficult to escape. Can you help me find my keys? Can you help me find my keys? It's not your birthday. It's not your birthday. This book is interesting. This book is interesting. They lack motivation. They lack motivation. Sorted by priority. Sorted by priority. Please pay attention to the instructions. Please pay attention to the instructions. They watched a play in the theater. They watched a play in the theater. Sometimes they won't be politicians. Sometimes they won't be politicians. Excuse me, where is the toilet? Excuse me, where is the toilet? The movie starts at 8 p.m. The movie starts at 8 p.m. Sibling model? Sibling model? Can we think 2 months ahead? Can we think 2 months ahead? Nothing, just look. Nothing, just look. You take advantage. You take advantage. He took action to fix the problem. He took action to fix the problem. Congress passed a new law to address the problem. Congress passed a new law to address the problem. You may not be able to focus at night. You may not be able to focus at night. The laptop he uses for gaming is powerful. The laptop he uses for gaming is powerful. He reads a book before going to bed. He reads a book before going to bed. We should always help those in need, even when it is inconvenient. We should always help those in need, even when it is inconvenient. He couldn't let it. He couldn't let it. He will be on guard at noon. He will be on guard at noon. I read that book and my friends did too. I read that book and my friends did too. Students write in their notebooks. Students write in their notebooks. Waves crashing on the shore. Waves crashing on the shore. My cousins were in command. My cousins were in command. Can you help me find the address of the restaurant? Can you help me find the address of the restaurant? Didn't he put it in at noon? Didn't he put it in at noon? We had the carpenter repair the broken chair. We had the carpenter repair the broken chair. Is this her bag? Is this her bag? He is a firefighter and responds to emergencies. He is a firefighter and responds to emergencies. He hates spiders. He hates spiders. The coffee is too hot to drink immediately. The coffee is too hot to drink immediately. To be careful. To be careful. You were not nervous. You were not nervous. Can you please call me when you arrive? Can you please call me when you arrive? She always wears trendy clothes. She always wears trendy clothes. No clean sheets on the bed. No clean sheets on the bed. Can it support normally? Can it support normally? Can't we read next year? Can't we read next year? He was injured 4 hours ago. He was injured 4 hours ago. He had already sent the email when he realized his mistake. He had already sent the email when he realized his mistake. I have enough energy to finish the race. I have enough energy to finish the race. They have to listen to the teacher in the classroom. They have to listen to the teacher in the classroom. Was unorganized. Was unorganized. Since when do you like basketball? Since when do you like basketball? I think I broke my arm. I think I broke my arm. Should you quote? Should you quote? My teacher told me, you should study grammar. My teacher told me, you should study grammar. There are toilets and vending machines at the bus station. There are toilets and vending machines at the bus station. 10 years to be an actress? 10 years to be an actress? They were singing karaoke at the party. They were singing karaoke at the party. He's the undertaker. He's the undertaker. Yes, we have an indoor pool. Yes, we have an indoor pool. We have an English lesson on Monday. We have an English lesson on Monday. Metaphor. Metaphor. Did you evaluate it in the afternoon? Did you evaluate it in the afternoon? I wanted to dive into the pool. I wanted to dive into the pool. We rented a cottage by the lake for our vacation. We rented a cottage by the lake for our vacation. They have been renovating the kitchen for a month. They have been renovating the kitchen for a month. I was cleaning my room yesterday. I was cleaning my room yesterday. I don't know how to say this. I don't know how to say this. He wrote an opinion piece on the future of renewable energy. He wrote an opinion piece on the future of renewable energy. Sarah and Tom are coming with us. Sarah and Tom are coming with us. Whose hat is on the shelf? Whose hat is on the shelf? Did a geologist a second ago? Did a geologist a second ago? Well, I go to the gym in the morning. Well, I go to the gym in the morning. They were discussing the project budget. They were discussing the project budget. They can upload it next year. They can upload it next year. After 3 months, he should not be a shoemaker. After 3 months, he should not be a shoemaker. I want to say. Where do you find it? Where do you find it? Did not behave. Did not behave. I'm not sure what you need. I'm not sure what you need. It could be poison. It could be poison. What are you doing? What are you doing? Should not invest. Should not invest. Too crowded. Too crowded. The restaurant was serving customers all evening when a famous celebrity walked in. The restaurant was serving customers all evening when a famous celebrity walked in. He is not teaching now. He is not teaching now. The doorman cleaned the windows. The doorman cleaned the windows. It's live. It's live. Just wait outside. Just wait outside. Cave. Cave. Your husband was a dancer. Your husband was a dancer. The museum will have a new exhibition. The museum will have a new exhibition. Our. Their children are astronauts. Their children are astronauts. Was it his Uncle Potter? Was it his Uncle Potter? That manager one evening later? That manager one evening later? I also like good food. I also like good food. We give direction at sunrise. We give direction at sunrise. Will he write? Will he write? He has great talent. He has great talent. My stepson was an artist. My stepson was an artist. They play football on Sundays. They play football on Sundays. They'll be visiting their grandparents next week. They'll be visiting their grandparents next week. Our friends started to read the onboarding documents. Our friends started to read the onboarding documents. I don't smoke. I don't smoke. We have guests in the gym. We have guests in the gym. Will you come back? Will you come back? Saturday is my favorite day of the week. Saturday is my favorite day of the week. He wants to learn English. He wants to learn English. I would not base. I would not base. I will attend a workshop on leadership skills. I will attend a workshop on leadership skills. The store closes at 8 p.m. The store closes at 8 p.m. He plays the guitar every day. He plays the guitar every day. I don't want to lose much for the machine. I don't want to lose much for the machine. I didn't want to scare you. I didn't want to scare you. Did not exceed. Did not exceed. Sometimes we have ice cream for dessert. Sometimes we have ice cream for dessert. In its place. In its place. I wish I could fly like a bird. I wish I could fly like a bird. We are still working on this issue. We are still working on this issue. She knows how to cook. She knows how to cook. At dawn, I was not an insurer. At dawn, I was not an insurer. Have you designed it now? Have you designed it now?